The one word I would pick for Rashida would be gladiator.
A worker.
Committed.
Furious.
Active.
Powerful.
Tenacity.
Hellraiser.
Motivator.
My one word to describe Rashida would be pitbull, meaning that she is feisty and really goes after things that she believes in.
Unwavering.
Excellent.
Wonderful.
Reliable.
Dynamite.
Hardworking.
Integrity.
The word love actually comes to mind because I think people in this community feel that she loves them and she loves the community, and with her enthusiasm addressing issues that are concerning to them, it gives them hope.
She made herself visible to our community. She's been to my mother's home. She's been to my home many times. I've seen her walking up and down the streets, shaking hands at the community meetings that I've gone to. She's there.
She is constantly active in the community. Whenever there's a meeting or something that's going on that may relate to where I live at or can help the people where I live at, she gives me a call and tell me, hey Sandra, there's a meeting here, you might want to go. And I'm looking up thinking she's just sending me to a meeting, and she's at the meeting.
Rashida has gone up against billionaires in one, she's gone up against large mega corporations in one, she's gone up against Republicans in one. And I know that as a state senator, people should expect more from Rashida. She really defines the kind of servant leader that I think we idolize in terms of politicians, but we have come to discount and come to think don't exist anymore. Rashida is the type of person that raised herself from a working class background, raised herself as the oldest of 14, put herself through college, through law school, and was a reluctant leader. But now that she's in office, I think that she is redefining what it means to be a politician.
She came knocking on my door, and she was running for a state rep, I believe, at that time. And I didn't know who this lady was because I wasn't really involved at that time. And she was telling me some of the things that was going on in my community, and that she gave me a card for me to call and if I had any questions and anything. So I was impressed with that, because very seldom do I see politicians going door to door on helping residents with their issues.
The Petco was illegal dumping on the riverfront, and Rashida stepped forward. There was a lot of complaints from the residents in this area.
She went to get samples of the Petco to have it analyzed, and we crossed the railroad tracks, and she was climbing up the banks and everything, and she went right in there and grabbed up several bags of samples.
It's right outside my window, we see it, but Rashida stepped forward to help the citizens of Detroit put a stop to it. Illegal dumping, they scorched the land. We found out later on that they didn't have any permits, and so Rashida became a voice for the people to help end this illegal dumping of hazardous material.
That's what I mean by furious. She was right in there, and she's not afraid to roll up her sleeves and get dirty to get a job done.
Having that pet coke pile removed will prevent further incidences of asthma of my son, but also of a lot of children who are very vulnerable for environmental pollutants.
She sets the example, and you want to be just like that too. Regardless how old you are, but you want to be just like her, because she's a doer.
I've only known her for a short time, but it seems like I've known her forever and ever. And she's a friend that I know I'll never lose.
I'll mention a personal note. When I had a minor heart procedure done at a local hospital, she sent me a get well card. I always get holiday greetings. She cares about my personal life. That takes a lot of caring in my case.
I had met her at a previous engagement, and she told me to reach out if I ever needed her for anything, and I took her up on it, and sure enough, lo and behold, within an hour she called me back. We talked at length about my business and things where she possibly could intercede for me, and absolutely within the week I was actually contacted by the Michigan Economic Development Company Corps, and they were able to help me and make suggestions and intercede for me. And she also, after all that happened, she also followed up with me several times to see if everything went well and if what was happening and how I was doing. And I was very impressed.
A spirit of hope, and especially I was part of the confrontation with the bridge owners of the Ambassador Bridge in October of 2011, when we did shut down the bridge for a period of about almost an hour in an effort to show that corporation that they did not run this neighborhood, that the people who live in the neighborhood own and run the neighborhood. Sure enough, not long from then, state powers and neighborhood powers forced the Ambassador Bridge Company to move the traffic that they've been putting on local neighborhood streets into the Gateway project and into the main intersection of the interstates, which is where it should have been in the first place.
Rashida's battle with scrap was really needed. A lot of politicians and city officials said they wanted to do something about it, but Rashida was actually doing something about it. So when I watched and actually participated with her, she put together laws, and she worked with the police department to help stop scrapping. She even went to the scrap yards and asked them to stop and ask for better ways of curbing this menace to our neighborhood.
I grew up here. I've been here all of my life. And I have seen a change taking place that is not good. It's not good, and my community doesn't even look the same. But Rashida has helped us to tackle these many issues that we have, because we do have a lot out here, unfortunately. But she has been there for us since she's been our representative, and she's even overlapped her duties as a state rep and handled things that perhaps should have been handled by the city or maybe the county, but it doesn't matter to her. She just digs in and helps us wherever she can.
I am now, after my association with Rashida, a better human being. You can't ask for more than that. You simply cannot. She's helped me become a better human being. Believe me, that took some work, okay?
Rashida is one of the most authentic people I know, much less authentic politician.
If you want integrity, if you want somebody who you can communicate with, who speaks on your behalf, the only name you need to think of is Rashida Tlaib.